We have a glorious story to tell. It is a great honor to stand before you today to recount the remarkable journey of Edo State under the visionary leadership of Governor Godwin Obaseki. As we reflect on these transformative years, we celebrate not just the achievements, but the collective resilience and determination of the people of Edo. The Edo story has been rewritten since Obaseki assumed office. Our story perpetuates progress and futuristic values, demystifying governance to revolve around the people who now act as the centrifugal force. Through well-tailored policies, interventions, and reforms, we have risen as a state from the lowly wilderness of obscurity into the lofty heights of visibility. Our public service reforms have made us number one in e-governance, number one in procurement, number one in public digital infrastructure, and number one in ICT adoption in the whole of Nigeria. Edo today is the most digitally connected state in Nigeria, with over 2,000 kilometers of fiber optic cables connected across the 18 local government areas of the state. We have the only state-owned Tier 3 data center in West Africa with a 1.5 petabyte storage capacity. Our civil service secretariat has been reconstructed, rehabilitated to global standard, housing a creche and a food court within the complex.
Obaseki's reforms are not just about modernizing government operations. They are about building a legacy of excellence, integrity, and service to the people of Edo State.
The day I resumed office in 2016, I undertook a visit to Palm House. As I walked out of that property, I knew that it symbolized disaster and something had to be done.
Through his unwavering commitment, a new era of public service is dawning, promising a brighter future for all.
Palm House is a very old building. At one point, it was gutted by fire. However, most of the panelings were still plywood. So it just required something to incinerate the place. I tried to walk through the fire escapes. They were all blocked with files, paper. So I said to myself, if a fire occurred in this building today, how will these people get out?
His administration is laying the groundwork for a sustainable and effective public service that will continue to deliver for generations to come. By fostering a culture of continuous learning and improvement, Edo State is setting a new benchmark for civil service in Nigeria.
That is the condition under which people were working. That's the infrastructure. Not to talk about files. You couldn't, it was not uncommon to find missing files. It was a challenge trying to get a file that would tell you the story of that issue from beginning to the end. So in terms of the processes, it was a bit arbitrary. You do not expect people to work in these conditions and get efficiency out of it. So what we need to do is go back to the drawing boards very quickly. Begin a process of instant rehabilitation of some of the offices.
This is the first time we have had an administration prioritize the growth and development of the civil service, the public service, to such an extent that everything that the civil and public service need to perform and to play their role in the polity have been provided by government for the civil and public service. And that's because Mr. Governor believes that the civil service, the public service is the fulcrum of government. The civil service is the foundation of government. The civil service, according to the governor, is the engine of government. Just as the engine is to a car, it is the same role that the civil service plays to governance.
How do you want the offices to look like? You want their offices to look like better than their homes. They want to go there. They want to be proud of where they work. So we embarked on that massive refurbishment of infrastructure of the civil service.
Governor Godwin Obaseki's civil service reforms are redefining efficiency, accountability, and transparency in government operations through capacity building, comprehensive training programs, and conducive working environment, ensuring civil servants are better prepared to serve the public.
Then we also say, look, let us see how they can work efficiently. So rather than have one service in Nisepula, another one in Ubo, another one, no, they say let the government work from hubs. So you take the secretariat complex of about 6 or 8 buildings, put it there, right? So if one office justice wants to talk to information one, they are all within the same ecosystem. And then that way it's easy to manage the infrastructure rather than each person having generator, right? We're able to get also more power, for instance, to supply power. You have infrastructure, the air conditioning works, everything works. So all that is left for you is to be productive.
We are also emphasizing a continuous and informed learning culture through the establishment of the John Odigio Yegun Public Service Academy.
You can't give a man or woman a responsibility without training the person on how to carry out that responsibility. So it's the same thing as public service, where we are giving people responsibility to provide services for us. You've got to train them. You've got to let them know. You've got to give them feedback as to what they're doing and whether they're doing it right, or let them also have a to explain the challenges they have and find solutions on how to overcome those challenges. What we found in the past was all sorts of people were offering all sorts of training programs, but never really attended to the needs of the public or civil servant. So what we've done is to create a specialized academy that would first train you as to how to work, how we work. So if you want to learn how to use eGov properly and the relationships, there are spaces there, labs you could go to. So the key to a successful public service is knowledge.
We had a training center, and that training center, you needed to go there. It was like a ramshackle. But move forward. What we have now is a world-class academy in the John Odigio Yegun Public Service Academy. In fact, even now, unlike what it used to be, trainings used to be haphazard. But now there's a properly planned training calendar.
The John Odigio Yegun Public Service Academy was set up by His Excellency Governor Godwin Nogegase Obaseki to strengthen public service institutions through capacity building. JUPSA exists because His Excellency recognizes that the civil and public service is the engine of government, and he argues that if we want government to function as it should, we must essentially build capacity, and that's why we're here. And we've trained over 10,000 civil and public servants, equipping them with the skills, knowledge, and abilities to be able to function today and in tomorrow's future of work.
We boast of being the ones that set the standard and benchmark for the new minimum wage protocol across the country. Our workers and pensioners for the past 8 years have received their salaries and pensions before the end of every month.
The present administration, when we were about to retire, he even promised us right from that very day, that very month that we are retiring, we will start paying. And ever since, he has been alive to his bidding.
We have retired and we are getting our monthly pension as at when due. No government has been able to pay attention to pensioners than this very much. I'm not a politician, I'm a retired person.
My pension due comes in as at 20. As at 20, actually. There's no delay.
In fairness to the governor of Edo State, he paid before the time.
So those are the things we've done to just provide security, so that when you as a young person go and work in civil service, you are not afraid that when this work finishes, when I finish, I'll go into poverty. You know that there's some money saved for you, you should know, but you can continue living on until you pass on, depending on what you want to do.
The contributory pension scheme is very, 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 very good. I'm a beneficiary, though I've not retired, but I am contributing. And I want to say that the government meant well because before now, most pensioners, you see them carrying placard, screaming and all that, but since the contributory pension scheme was introduced by His Excellency, no pensioner like my mother, she's benefiting and she has been receiving her salary as and when due.
Edo State is not one of the top states in terms of revenue generation. Edo State is not one of the top states in terms of federal allocation. But Edo pays the highest minimum wage. So it sounds like a paradox, but it is commitment and an avowed determination to ensure that this crop of workers who are doing well, who are doing their best for government, for governance to be effective, are well taken care of.
In the health sector, we have upgraded primary health centers across the 18 local government areas of the state, which have brought health care to the grassroots. We boast of over 300,000 enrollees in the Edo Health Insurance scheme, which has made healthcare affordable to residents.
This administration has been able to walk the talk. It should be noted that the success of the reforms and policies is hinged on technology as a driver of the process.
Over the years, we distorted our system. Whether culturally, whether wrong beliefs, and we started navigating our health system through diverse routes. We started navigating our primary care systems coming from the top rather from bottom up. The referral system was broken. And so that's what the governor is trying to correct.
At the heart of this initiative is a commitment to strengthening primary and secondary healthcare services, ensuring every citizen has access to essential medical care through comprehensive health insurance schemes, integrated telemedicine, and emergency health services.
Somebody told me that this one is health center. So I like everything that they do here because we not get health center around this area before. We they go very far, like New Benin, down Cemetery Road. So I did very, very happy for this center when they put for here. At least people when see they like extension, they'll say they come this year, they're very happy. So I'm very happy. So we get this center here. We thank the Governor Obaseki. We thank him very much.
Considering the economic situation in the country today, getting Medicare can be financially excruciating, especially for the low-income earners.
And because of the expense of just paying out of pocket when you're ill, most people shy away from going to seek cure. With the health insurance scheme, it's a scheme we put in place, and where by just ensuring that you pay little premiums on a monthly basis or periodically, you are covered. Now, when you go, the day you're fortunate to be ill and you go into any care, any facility, any hospital, whether private or public, that is enrolled in the scheme, all you need to do is present your card.
What is the sustainability of this laudable program, which has not only improved access to medical care, but also at a minimal cost, with a percentage of this cost borne by the state government?
Edo State Health Insurance is signed into law. So whether we dey here, we not there, whether this government dey here or we not there, Edo State Health Insurance will survive. And we don't put structures in place, processes, so that the thing go dey work, so that private, public fit give people care. And if everybody enroll into the scheme, it means that we will get more money to take care of more people. It means that many health service providers will get money for their hand. So now win-win situation for everybody. For those who enroll for the scheme, for people where they work for the commission because their aim not to achieve universal health coverage. And even for the health service provider across board, whether they be pharmacy, whether they be diagnostic, whether they be nurses, across board, this health insurance is good for everybody.
We institutionalized the Edo State Emergency Medical Services, Edo EMS, to offer around-the-clock emergency medical assistance, established the Edo State Integrated Public Health Emergency Operations Center to facilitate early disease detection and provide adequate surveillance data on disease conditions, and trained over 450 community-based first responders to provide immediate first aid to patients in cases of emergencies. After years of neglect and shutdown, we reconstructed and resuscitated the Edo State College of Nursing Sciences and got it reaccredited, fully equipped with e-libraries, computers, science and anatomy laboratories, and other state-of-the-art facilities. Today, it is the toast of the nursing profession nationwide. The Edo State College of Health Sciences and Technology has also been rebuilt to global standards, while the Stella Obasanjo Hospital has been reconstructed, upgraded, and equipped with world-class medical equipment from ASR, This health facility now has at least 12 departments providing healthcare services across various strata of the health ecosystem.
So today we revamped nursing schools. We are revamping health technology schools to provide the critical workforce.
When we came on board, after the complete rehabilitation, renovation, and remodeling of the college, it was heaven on earth. The school from the gate is Wi-Fi enabled, and then from 100 students in 2021, today we have about 960 students on campus, both doing their ND and RON programs. Like you may also know, the school last year got accreditation from the National Board for Technical Education to commence ND, HND programs. And we are glad that we have complied with all that is needed to make sure that our students are fit as 21st century nurses.
The important thing in building a healthcare system is the people. And so our emphasis has been on focusing, making sure that we train skilled people at every level.
We have e-library that we can access to easily, not us going out to get some books that we really need, and we also have to pay. But this one, we just have to sign our name and go there and collect the books, then bring it back when you are told to bring it back.
This school has provided us with nice hostels, beautiful hostels. We have almost 24 hours of light, and we have a dining room where we can eat whenever we buy our food. We have a chat room where we can chat with our friends without going to the rooms to disturb, and it's regulated and it's very clean.
Looking at the various investments by the state government in the healthcare sector and its innovative approach to providing healthcare to its citizens, Edo is gradually becoming a model state as a healthcare hub.
We have also facilitated the establishment of the Dezienare Danjuma Women's Center, which provides a wide range of services. In education, we blaze the trail with our Edo Basic Education Sector Transformation Initiative, which has gained us global recognition with other nationals and sub-national governments coming to learn from Edo. We have trained over 12,000 teachers in modern and digital training methods, with each teacher given a computer tablet to aid teaching and learning in the classroom. Over 400,000 pupils across the state are currently benefiting from the program. Edo Best 2.0 has further raised the bar, extending digital coaching to secondary and tertiary levels of learning, as well as technical and vocational education and training, the TVETs.
We will continue to improve and expand the education infrastructure by building more schools to ensure that education is available to all Edo children.
Governor Obaseki was sworn into office November 2016, and from the very beginning, it was clear that he wanted to prioritize education. Early 2017, the governor decided to organize a series of workshops, and so that led to the Edo Basic Education Sector Transformation, Edo Best. So initially, Edo Best was centered around basic education because we wanted to strengthen the foundation.
These reforms have been quite fundamental and phenomenal. And as you'll see from data today, if you compare the learning outcomes today with what we met in 2017, it's like night and day. Our children in our school systems are a lot more confident. They are more knowledgeable, but more importantly, you can measure their learning standards today with that of their peers in the advanced countries. The last assessment that was done showed that a child in a certain level, in any level in our school system today, whether a child in primary 4, for instance, who is 10 years old, is learning at about 70% equivalent child in Europe or America. Clearly, the Edo child is learning at a much, much higher level than his peer in any part of this country.
We have renovated over 400 schools with pupils and students having access to quality learning, spacious playgrounds, and other outdoor sporting facilities for their overall development. The College of Education Abudu has undergone a significant renovation to establish itself as one of the 3 colleges of education campuses dedicated to digital training of primary school teachers. After years of decay, the former Ministry of Education in Iyaro, Benin City, has been reconstructed into an education hub to now house all departments and agencies relating to education, including the Ministry of Education. boards for primary, basic, secondary, and technical education, the Quality Assurance Directorate, a library, and the library board. It also accommodates primary school, healthcare center, a center for seminars and conferences, sports complex, a creche, and a cafeteria, all aimed at creating a supportive ecosystem. We constructed an administrative complex for the Amritsar University and undertook a comprehensive refurbishment of the law faculty, as well as other multifaceted interventions at our state-owned institution. The Edo Technical College has been upgraded with cutting-edge facilities to boost technical and vocational education in order to address unemployment concerns and foster a sustainable development trajectory. Agriculture received an enormous boost as Edo currently runs the most ambitious oil palm program on the continent. The Edo State Oil Palm Program, ESOP, with over 100,000 hectares of land being cultivated with oil palm and currently attracting over $500 million investment into the state. The Agric Hub, an innovative project, has also been built and designed to afford farmers access to the state-of-the-art facilities and training opportunities. The hub currently houses the Ministry of Agriculture, the Forestry Commission, the Edo State Oil Palm Program, Veterinary Clinic, and other allied agencies, affording them synergy in order to restore the culture of agriculture in the state. The Edo State College of Agriculture Igoriaki has been rebuilt to global standard with a 1,200 capacity auditorium, computer laboratories, more than 250 seater lecture halls, solar-powered science laboratories, cutting-edge library, and hostel accommodation, as well as other improvements that is today the foremost agri college this side of the River Niger. The industrial and economic revolution by the Obaseki administration has seen to the offshoots of 2 modular refineries and 3 ethanol plants. Through a PPP arrangement, we established Oshomo Power, an independent power plant which provides a 24-hour power supply to the state's secretariat, industries, countless public buildings, and streetlights, and various communities. The Edo Tech Park stands at the foremost of technology and innovation, equipping youths in advanced software engineering, computer skills, and the nurturing of startup entrepreneurs, and by so doing, anchoring local talents and countering the phenomenon of brain drain commonly witnessed in emerging regions. We have established the Edo Innovation Hub, Edo Jobs, to upskill and assist youths and residents with digital skills and employment opportunities, acting as a springboard for startups and small businesses. The Edo Production Center has also been set up to create an enabling environment for MSMEs to thrive. The offsprings of numerous retail outlets like Market Square, Ford Mart, Domino Pizza, and of course the Benin City Mall, which houses ShopRite and other business outlets, get testament to our investment drive. We have changed the face of transportation as well as traffic management and regulation in the state, as we have constructed the ultra-modern Benin City Central Park to redefine the transportation system in the ever-busy commercial center of the state. The Edo State Traffic Management Agency, ETMA, have been reformed into a perfect example of efficiency and order, domiciled in the state-of-the-art facility which houses mini-mart, auto workshop, driver training, manpower development center, visual reality driving facility, and an administrative building. Just recently, we commissioned and unveiled the first computerized VIO vehicle inspection center in Benin City, aimed at ensuring roadworthiness of vehicles, thereby enhancing road safety for commuters. We also commissioned water buses in Logbo to improve our riverine transportation system. We have become unstoppable in sports, with the upgrade of the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium into a 12,000 capacity covered arena with natural turf and refitted running tracks. It also hosts extensively refurbished tennis and squash courts, an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and indoor suspended gymnasium, which is the first of its kind in Nigeria. We have established the Physical Planning Hub as a response to the growing complexities of urbanization and development within the state. By creating a cultural district which encompasses the Museum of West African Art, MOA, and other historical infrastructures, we are ensuring a social integration, economic development, and the regeneration of urban areas with the objective of revitalizing rundown inner city industrial areas and the preservation of our cultural heritage. Through the Motor Gardens Estate Project and other housing interventions, we have bridged the housing deficit in Edo. We have also built several parks and gardens for relaxation. As a way of attracting investors and opening the property market in the state, we constructed the Benin Golf Muse, situated on 2,962 square meters of land. In terms of security, the It is safe to say Edo is currently the safest state in the whole of the South-South region. We are deploying contemporary solutions to address security issues through our Advanced Command and Control Center. We have built and handed over a forward operating base in Edo to the Nigerian Army as a way of improving security in Edo, with more FOBs currently in the works. We also built an ultra-modern marine police space with a pedestrian jetty and waiting lounge accompanied by armored guns and speedboats to maintain marine security and protection. The success of the Edo Security Network, which incorporates the Edo State Vigilante Network and other security agencies in curbing and minimizing the spate of insecurity in the state, is a testament of the drive to ensure safety and protection for Edo people. The Victor Waivo Creative Hub and Sound Stage, established by this government, is developing talent in youngsters and upcoming artists. As a way of boosting the entertainment sector, we have built a conducive artist accommodation suite at the Film Production Center. Edo-born artists like Rema, Charlie Poppy, Johnny Drill, and a host of others are making waves in the entertainment space, and we continue to encourage these artists to soar above the cloud. The turnout for the upcoming show, recently organized by Rema at the Samuel Stadium, amplifies our success story. The state-owned television station, the ABS, has become a contemporary media house with a new administrative building, brand new ultra-modern soundproof FM studio, and cutting-edge gear, producing interesting and educational shows that appeal to a larger audience. We have constructed a brand new edifice for the state-owned newspaper, the Nigerian Observer, with cutting-edge equipment and facilities as seen in the 21st century media ecosystem. We have seen numerous road constructions and rehabilitation networks across the state, spanning over 1,300 kilometers. Our street lighting project has brought back nightlife to the city center, boosting security and the state's economy. The success story of the Godwin Obaseki-led administration will sure require the expertise of a chronicler, as it cannot be exhausted in a single broadcast. From Edo North through Edo Central to Edo South, its countless interventions and welfare initiatives speaks volumes. Several people-oriented policies have been enacted, with numerous bills passed by the State House of Assembly, all geared towards promoting good governance in the state. History will be kind to Governor Godwin Obaseki, and prosperity will judge him right. This is our story.